So take a good look at my face. You see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears. Y'all heard that Smokey Robinson song? It's called The Tracks of My Tears. Or, is that Tears of the Clown? One of them. But shout out to Smokey Robinson, whatever. One of our nation's most prolific songwriters and producers. Good morning. Grab your cup of coffee. Let's talk. I don't have my cup of coffee with me right now. I want y'all to go ahead and just sip and listen. Go ahead and share this live. Because I'm going to talk about this subject this morning, today, and I'm over it. So if y'all got a minute, I'm just going to share my thoughts on it. Joe Calvin was good. All right. If you were up late last night, I was it was around 11:30, something like that. My cousin sent me a video because I didn't even know the Oscars were even on. But you know what made the rounds, what is still making the rounds all over the world, is Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. And I had to, when I first saw it, I couldn't believe it. And then, you have to go around and ask, hey, is this real? Is this real? But then I stopped asking if it was real. So to me, it doesn't matter if it was real or not, but it appeared to be real. I'm big on images. And so I'm just going to go with that. And so last night, a lot of people went straight to, I think people got out of their beds to do lives on YouTube, lives on Facebook, put Facebook posts up. They would put it up like 1 and 2 in the morning. They was getting it. I guess everybody trying to get that quick reaction. I'm not one of those persons. I have to process stuff first. And I like to get varying perspectives first. And cause I know when I first saw it, my initial reaction was, I don't think that was cool at all. And so I went to sleep on that. And this morning, I still don't think it was cool. But I have to hear, a broader conversation about it. And it's pretty much, either you agree with it or you don't agree with it. And that's where it is, and that's how I roll. Because everyone has their opinions on it. And that's what I do. I'm just sharing an opinion this morning. And go ahead and sip your cup of coffee. Sip. I'll do the talking. But when I saw it, there was a deep disappointment. It was a deep disappointment that went through my body. And let me tell y'all why. I just said I'm big on images, and Will Smith was always, and he still is, by the way, so let's not get that twisted. He still is my top 5 favorite actors of all times. Now, I didn't care for 6 Degrees of Separation. I didn't care for The Legends of Bag of Ants. But all his other movies, I like them. And I think he should have won an Oscar a long time ago. Probably for Ali, but they decided to give it to Jamie Foxx for Ray. And that's to let y'all know how, I guess, invested I was in the whole Will Smith persona. Because last night it just trying to show us it was just, the image, it was persona, which is fine. But, so I guess to further explain my disappointment, see, Will is always positioned and presented himself as, one of the good guys. And he's always, say, hey, I'm traveling the world. I'm jumping high off this mountain. And when you reach your center, your core, reach the universe with your soul free. And when you dig deep into who you are, you know, that damn Sharma voice, that Charmin kind of voice, like he was just all knowing. Yeah. But see, like we all know, we don't know what goes on at home with these people. That's why it's Hollywood. It's make-believe. It's a presentation. But he presented himself as one of the good guys. And I was just thinking, man, all the label good guys have kind of fallen off within the last few years. You know, you got Nick Cannon. He's supposed to be a good guy, but he fell to the pressure of the streets, said he's weak and he's soft. And he really fell off when the Jewish community got a hold of him, and he just pulled his pants around his ankle and was just bare naked for the world, and he never really recouped. Instead of dealing with that emotional trauma of being paraded out like some kind of buck breaking process, he decided to go and create about 6 or 7 illegitimate bastard babies. That's how he reacted. He didn't go smack nobody, but he reacted that way. Lil Bow Wow presented himself, little kid. He was in the movies like Mike, Roll Bounce. I thought Lil Bow Wow was a great actor, but he fell off and fell victim to caring about what the streets said about him not being tough and not really being, you know, down or hard. So he decides to get a bunch of tattoos and get strippers and IG chicks pregnant. And who else? Good guys falling for the foolishness. And so now, who's that? Bow Wow, I say Nick Cannon, and Terrence J. Y'all remember him from 106 in Park? Terrence J is still holding on. Terrence J is still keeping his good guy image. He's still doing the right things, but most recently he got caught up with some white girl in a hotel room. He wrapped up in his bed sheets like a mummy, while she dancing around him, put him all on social media. He in there just dead sleep. Terrence J, do better, bro. Don't do that. You can't be that lame. You don't fall asleep on people you don't know. So anyway, and now here comes the king of them all. The expectations were high. And so Will decides to prove that he a tough guy. Yeah, the streets got me so messed up. The hood, I'm gonna straighten my business up. Well, Will, I could appreciate you straightening your business up, but wrong time and the wrong person. You know, and there are all types of reasons that people are given, or even excuses or passes people are trying to give Will for that behavior. But I can't give him a pass for that behavior, because I study human behavior. I can give him the reality of being a human being, and I understand pressure bursts pipes. I get that. But I didn't like it at all. I'm telling you, I'm struggling for words because I was so disappointed. And I really like that dude. And Will Smith smacking Chris Rock is like what they say in the hood. I know from North Memphis, where I'm from, and you get up and you put a 2-piece on a drunk dude. Pow, pow. They say, oh, bro, you don't get no points for beating up a drunk guy. And that's how I looked at it. How you gonna smack Chris Rock? Chris Rock ain't never bothered nobody. CB4, that's Pookie, whatever he was. And he tells jokes. That's what he does. That's what they've always done at the Oscars. Those white guys get up there and let them white couples have it. And not one of them ever in the history that I can recall from watching the Oscars from a little kid, young man, no one's ever gone up there and attacked a comic or the host, ever. But isn't it interesting that when a black man gets to produce the Oscars, on the night he produces the Oscars, and from all accounts, Will Packer did a good job. It was the same, Oscars, still, classy and still, kind of boring in spots for what people are saying. But this is the night that the violence came. But we want to say, let's not push this black stereotype that wherever black people go, violence ensues. Well, I don't know now. If you can't have peace and civility at the Oscars, what the hell can you have it? Now, I would expect this behavior at the Source Awards and Hip Hop Awards, but you don't expect that kind of behavior, Will. Anybody else who thought that was cool? You don't expect it at the NAACP Image Awards. You don't expect that kind of behavior at the Trumpet Awards, at the BET Honors. No, these what are called highbrow, dignified affairs. And the Oscar, whether we think it's so white or think it's discriminatory towards black people or what have you, that is a highbrow, dignified affair. See, even when I go out, I understand what room I'm going into. I'm going to a club where they banging a lot of rap or whatever. If I go there, and also I've gone to affairs. See, affairs are different from events. I've gone to formal affairs. And I dress and I act accordingly. But somehow, Will thought it was all right to do that in that particular environment. Now let's go something else, go somewhere else with this. He was protecting his wife's honor and dignity. She has alopecia. You know what? I'm about this sick of that being used as an excuse for black women not having hair. She's been vocal about it. You know how many black women say, I got alopecia. That's why we spend $600 billion a year on hair from Asians. But no one ever spotted out that in order to color your hair blonde, to color your hair red or pink, it's a chemical. In order for black women to have their hair slicked down, it takes a chemical relaxer. And that's what Jada did to her hair. But I'm just not buying this whole alopecia. He protected her honor because of alopecia. Come on. No, he was out of line. If he was so worried about Jada's honor and dignity, she needed to be worried about it first. Y'all forget about the whole August Alsina. She's always talking about their bedroom business at that damn red table. She's openly expressed that it was difficult for her to marry him and be in love, and she's openly expressed her still undying love for a man who's been dead over 25 years, that's Tupac. But he's fighting for her dignity and her honor. Do we know what marriage is and how we're supposed to behave in a marriage? How women are supposed to behave a certain way so the man that you love, who's your protector, provider, secure, is not put in jeopardy or put in a place where his life can be at risk? You know, y'all kill that noise, man. Please stop it. She ruffled all the dignity feathers a long time ago when she got that damn red table and started telling her all that personal business. When you're in the public, well, the public is looking. You can't tell the public how to react when you make your business public, Aisha Curry and anybody else, Sierra. When you do stuff in the public, we're all responsible. We're all guilty. Whenever we do something in the public, if we strike that match in the public, we're going to get that smoke. And Jada Pinkett Smith, she's no different than anybody else. She put all her business out there and people responded. Then we also look at Will. No, he made a statement. Divorce is not an option. Well, this is what you got to put up with. But Will, you can't go around smacking folks if divorce is not an option, brother. In my opinion, you should have left that broad 10 years ago. Because I think you'd be happier. You wouldn't have to go on a worldwide tour of jumping off mountains and going swimming deep in oceans and holding on the back of fins of sharks and doing all these things to find your spiritual center after that whole red table talk. You didn't have to do all that if you married a woman who respected you. Or be with a woman who wants to be with you, bro. I know you've heard this stuff. You know, I would say, look, man, cut your losses, man, for this chick that drags you on down to the complete bottom. Because she's not very happy. Y'all want to know what's really behind her shaving her head like this. She's always done that. You know, y'all talking about she got alopecia. Y'all never thought that she was in love with Akeisha? Damn. Again, these are my opinions. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is not rocket science. You know, it's completely out of line. You know, but for the most part, people are not going along with this. You know, and Will himself, see, what I'm sharing with you is what they share with us. I don't know anything about anything private about them except what they share with us, okay? He shared his whole life about watching his father beat his mother. And how he grew up in that trauma of domestic violence. He talked about how that made him feel. Even when he apologized to the original Aunt Viv, he was sitting with that lady at his special Red Table Talk. He talked about how he used humor and laughter to try to mask the hurt and the anger he felt and the fear he felt for when his father came in and committed all that violence against his mom and in the household. He felt helpless. So I've always said personally, people who smile and not laugh a lot, watch them. Because they're ticking time bombs. Nobody's that happy all the damn time. And so he's reaching that point like, wow. You know, he's kind of peeling away. And that was it. He on the worldwide stage where the billions of people are watching, you decide to not only strike another brother, but you cussed on live television like you were just standing up for somebody's honor. Man, you get no points for that, man. And I still like Will, but I'm extremely disappointed. That's not how you behave. See, Will, you position yourself as being up here. And so therefore our expectations of you was up here. We didn't make you not be human. You put yourself up there like, yeah, and as we float through the universe to find our never-ending journey, you did all of that. I used to always say, why does he sound like that? When he was doing the interviews for King Richard. And it takes the sinner of going deep into the man of who he is. Will, knock it off. And I hope you go back into counseling and therapy, not couples, individual therapy. Because you're still dealing with childhood trauma. And you become really thin-skinned. Right, nobody likes to be messed with all the time. I know that. There's a time and place for everything. You don't do that, bro. Because I'm still processing it, right? And so people are talking about, well, he's tired of being made fun of. I get it. But then people saying, well, that's his friend, Chris Rock. Wait a minute. If Chris Rock is his friend, that's how you treat your friend? You go up and smack the shit out of him on national, worldwide television and then cuss him out? That's your friend? Oh, man, come on. I don't think they're friends like that. But Will had plenty of opportunities to smack people. But let me give y'all a timeline, because something else is going on with Will that y'all not paying attention to. I don't say much, I listen. It's funny that, do y'all remember the SAG Awards? The transgender person, Laverne Cox, made an entanglement joke. And when he or she was interviewing Will and Jada, they just said, ha, 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 ha. And they didn't say a word. But then the brother does a joke that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You want to get up there and take out all that anger and hit this brother. I didn't like that. That was so uncool. It was almost like a cowardly act. You're bigger than that dude. Because we've seen you're more agile. You work. That was what you thought was an easy win. But we have to say to Chris Rock, give him kudos. He was consummate professional. He was shocked, but he continued on. He even made a joke out. He said, damn, I just got smacked by Will Smith. Now, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. And let me tell y'all why he said it like that. He said, Will Smith smacking people? See, we couldn't believe it. But Will, you set yourself up to be viewed as that. And so, like, Will, you didn't gain too many points from the streets and for people who are probably one of your top 5 fans. That's me, admirers, me. Because see, one thing people can say what they want to say about me. And they've said a lot of things. But one thing they can never say is that I'm unfair. I'm very fair. I like to think I'm fair and balanced in whatever opinions I have. And sometimes if it tends to slant a little heavy on you, well, I had to keep it fair. You know, he had plenty of time. I know in airports people are probably making jokes and all that, but I ain't heard them smacking nobody. But let me give y'all a little history of Will Smith. See, we gonna tell the truth this morning. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Because there's a bigger point here that we're not paying attention to. When that entanglement stuff popped off, the first group that he attacked, if y'all go back and watch that, he said, well, Jada, Black Twitter had so much to say. And I didn't even think the Smiths would know anything about Black Twitter. But see, I said, wait a minute, why did he just name Black Twitter? When I know, and he knows, and the world knows that it was not only Black Twitter, but it was People Magazine, it was Vanity Fair, it was TMZ, all these white media outlets, but he wanted to point out Black Twitter. Like, yeah, they're the ones who know everything. I said, see, right there, y'all didn't pay attention. Will Smith is on some other shit. Probably been like that all the time because, his audience, is mainly, a lot of other folks than us, but we still like Will. But I don't care what nobody says. Will Smith reminds me of black folks who opted out of going to an HBCU and went to a PWI. I think they still I'm telling you, it's like, damn. Still want to be a part of it, but that's a choice you made. And that's, y'all know what I'm talking about? Because whenever we've gone to, we're going to Grambling, Southern, Howard, Hampton, Mississippi Valley, Alcorn, whatever, Lemoyne, Owen College, whatever, and we get together, we all have that chemistry, that bond that keeps us, that glue that bonds us, the HBCU experience, and they went to the PWI. So wherever we are, we always tend to be drawn to one another. And you can be with a friend of yours that's black and went to a PWI, they just like, damn. I had fun in my college, but I didn't have that. And that's why I think Will still wants to be, accepted. He wants to be pulled in by the black community. But those are choices that you make. And to be in the black community, it don't mean you have to be inappropriate or cussing or fighting and all that. And there are a lot of young people, period, not just young black boys. A lot of young people looked up to Will. And the world is going to have a lot to say about it in that regard. It wasn't cool. You shouldn't have done that. I don't know how he's going to make this up. But the history is there. He pulled out Black Twitter and he said nothing about the white media outlets. And he has nothing but calm and soothing words. And if you felt this way all the time, you could have been letting the world know. Hey, y'all lay off me, they lay off my wife, but you didn't. You decided to make your point at the Oscars hitting a black man. And for, and all this crying and stuff, which I don't have a problem with a brother emoting emotions. But see, those are other tears that y'all not paying attention to. Those are other tears. And then, after he smacks Chris Rock, he's awarded the Best Actor Oscar, which I think he completely deserved. I love the movie King Richard. And then and that speech he gave, because I listened very carefully, because I understand the politics of what we're living in, right? That speech he gave, I dissected it. I said, this dude is he's pandering and catering to the black liberal female left. Right now is Need to protect black women, protect. You know, and then he tried to compare himself to King Richard Williams. No, we're not going to do that. Because Chris Rock said, oh shit, King Richard is coming on the stage. See, what you almost did, Will Smith, what you did with your Oscar speech, what you almost did to the name King Richard at the same time, when you took your behind up there, call yourself standing up for your woman, I guess, over the tamest joke ever told in Oscar history, I think. You know, it's let me give you this comparison. It's like a farmer getting up in the morning at 5 a.m. in the morning, going out to the barn and really, literally squeezing the udders of a cow and filling up a huge pail of milk. Then when he takes his gloves off, he accidentally turns around and kicks the damn pail of milk over. That's what Will Smith did. He kicked that pail of milk over and ruined that what could have been an awesome speech. Now, had he not smacked Chris Rock, that would have been the most epic speech of the year. But you dirtied, or they say you shitted on your own night, Will Smith. Shouldn't have done that. You know, behave that way. Because Chris Rock made some joke about a couple just before you, and they laughed. And when they made jokes about couples all the time, they laughed. Maybe backstage when the show is over, they probably straighten their business up. I'm sure a lot of those people didn't care for those jokes on them. But see, to me, it sounded like it was a grudge. Y'all remember 2016 when Jada took it upon herself to say, you know, Will, come on, we finna boycott the Oscars because they didn't nominate you. Let me tell y'all something. I went to see the movie Concussion. I thought the education of the movie was great, but I didn't think Will was the person to be the star of the movie. Maybe he could have been an executive producer or directed it. Or let Denzel direct it. But because his African accent was not good, tell the truth. Tell the truth. It wasn't good. It wasn't. Will, it wasn't good. That wasn't your finest hour in that movie. He probably should have let another actor, African-American actor, who looked closer to the real guy, who discovered the whole concussion, African dude, probably should have gave a black actor with a good, authentic African accent, pull that off. It's just like, I know a lot of stars, they come up with projects, they believe they should be in all of them, but no, some things, you probably should just, you know what, I'm going to direct it or produce it. I don't need to star in it. And Concussion was a movie that Will Smith should not have starred in. And I'm a huge Will Smith fan, but that was what he should not have. And Chris Rock had a funny monologue, a very funny monologue, when Jada said, we ain't coming. And so Will had to, again, tag along with his wife making grand gestures. It's so white. It's so white. That means you shouldn't have come back at all. But guess what? You didn't come back, Jada. Will came back. Now, y'all following the pattern here? He's the man that makes it possible for her to have a microphone. Don't nobody go to the movie to see Jada Pinkett. And in the movie that she's been in, it's been an ensemble movie. Set it off with a bunch of people in there. We don't remember her character. We remember Chloe. We remember Queen Latifah's character. We remember Vivica Fox's character the most. We don't remember Jada's role in there that much. Even in the movie she did, Girls Vacation, Tiffany Haddish was the movie. So Jada's not very, now, she did all right in Low Down Dirty Shame playing Peaches, but she's not one that you flock to the movies that can pull in $150 million in profits. Will Smith does that. Y'all show asks a lot of men who make you possible. Well, he need to do this. Men need to do that. Now, if you got all these men that's willing to make a fool of themselves in front of the world, earn $100 million, what the hell you think your role is as the wife of the woman? I'll give you a minute. You got a multi-$100 million husband. What you think you should be doing as the woman? Let me give you a hint. Sitting your ass down and closing your mouth and making sure food is cooked, the house is clean, and the children are fed and well behaved. You don't try to have a damn career with a man who makes $100 million. If you want a career, you could be a single woman that had a boyfriend. See that? But that's African American women. Not all, but too many. Y'all got the dang game wrong. You got the game wrong. Yeah, we ain't supposed to hear nothing from her. But she want to be heard and seen and heard. You know, to me, Jada Pinkett is like the WNBA to the NBA. The NBA makes it possible. But then you got the women of the WNBA talking about, we need to get paid the same money as them. Y'all are damn non-profit. Y'all are like the, what you call it? Like a program, an initiative of the NBA. Y'all think y'all supposed to be making $150 million and y'all can't bring 150 people into a high school cafeteria. See, that's what I'm talking about. Jada is the WNBA to Will's NBA. But she, come on, y'all. And that lady's wreaked more havoc on this brother. And he trying to be a doting husband. But let me tell you something, Will. Your children are grown. Jaden is a millionaire. He's doing great things with his water and giving back. Willow, plenty of money. She's a young woman now, 21 years old. She has a budding music career, and she sticks with it. She continues to be awesome because I like her little songs. And your son, been grown. Trey is been grown. So it's okay now. They don't need both of their parents together. They need both of their parents happy. You two being together is creating just a toxic environment, and it's spilling over. And Will, you know you're more of a free spirit than being with that little mean-spirited, angry, oppressive chick that who admitted out loud that you weren't her first choice. But you stuck into it. You've done your time, brother. Go ahead and give her what she wants, man, and go on and see the world, man. Be a public bachelor. Spend your money and have fun. I want to see a happy Will. I don't like this angry Will. Angry at the wrong person. No, it doesn't. It's unfortunate. It's just sad. Let me tell y'all something else. Let's go further. See, Will won't be mad at the person he needs to be mad at. That's her. This is also the same connection to black boys in general. Y'all know these black boys that be fighting and cussing and try to kill each other whenever they fight? What, these black boys that come up in single mother households? You know why they try to kill another black male? Well, let me give y'all two things. First, I think Dr. Amos Wilson was posed this question. He said, why do black people kill other black people? He says, well, because they were never taught to kill white folks. And number two, why do black males go so hard when they go against each other? Because they were trained not to hit the person who actually hurt them, and that is their mother. You know how many black boys who wish if they could think it or say it out loud that they want to smack the crap out of their moms? But they're forced to suck it in through, well, you know, I don't care what you say. You only get one mama. And, you know, you're supposed to listen to the Bible. It says you're supposed to honor thy mother and thy father. But somehow when they say the father part, it kind of gets silent. Honor thy mother and thy father. It's the mother and father. So they can be angry at dad all day long, especially if a dad who's not there. How you mad at somebody who's not there? But you continue to go against your own nature, your own feelings, to still bring her Mother's Day gifts. Valentine's Day, it's my mama, I love her. And we'll kill another man about his mama. Y'all see, we have a lot of psychological trauma that we need to deal with. That we need to admit to. And Will Smith's acting out on all of that. And so, but it's still, again, I don't think it was cool at all what he did. And we're going to have these conversations. I don't mind having them. I ain't got shit to lose. You know, people can be mad at me or not, and that's cool. But we're going to have this conversation, dang it. Because these boys out here are angry, and they're getting messed with from all corners. And now you got this dude who was a role model to so many young men come out here acting like this. And the first thing women want to say, a lot of women want to say, well, he protected his wife's honor. Y'all gonna pretend that the red table ain't been on the air. He telling all their business. She's telling all of their bedroom business, all her feelings. and all that. Like she has a LP, a licensed professional counselor credential, or licensed clinical social worker credential, or a PhD in psychology or counseling. That red table was something for her to do because she was a bored millionaire's housewife. And that's what's going on. We call it Aisha Curry. We call all these chicks have been lucky enough to get $1 million dudes that don't know what to do with themselves. Y'all get it together. Again, let's go back to the Chris Rock thing. Chris Rock, again, he made a funny joke. It was funny. He said, when Jada was talking about, we're not going. We ain't going. It's so white. All right. And Chris Rock said, look, Jada not going to the Oscars, saying she's not coming to the Oscars, it's like me saying I'm not going to, Rihanna's panties. I was never invited. So, it was awesome. Because she said that like she could really pull a nation together. Like, Jada, come on, man. All that was privilege. Privilege. Insulted by this false sense of privilege. Get out of here. You do all that, you got that red table talk and all that kind of crap, but it didn't help you, it didn't help your husband. Y'all need to shut that red table talk down, because that's going to be the next episode right there. She going to probably have Will, might have Chris Rock on there. They probably try to, have a peaceful reunion and all of that. It's a lot of times you have to be mindful that this is a lot of Hollywood theatrics. So people gonna be looking forward to that next red table talk. When I after that officially after that August Alsina entanglement thing that she did with Will, I started watching. I said, okay, this is a bunch of trash. Cause I'm not expecting anybody to be perfect, but damn, halfway be decent. But no. Come to find out she's a fraud, like you find out that your favorite pastor's a fraud. Y'all want to know a YouTube channel where you find out how all these pastors, white, black, whatever, are frauds and doing some heinous things? Go to this YouTube channel called Dawson Speaks. He shuts it down. He's a fellow social worker too. DAWSON Speaks. Dawson Speaks. He killing it. And he also has his opinion about this. Just saying, And so, let me go back to that. I know I get distracted. Let's go back to that. He made the joke. So, to me, I think she was mad about that joke, and she sent Will out, at this time, to seek that revenge that she had about that joke he made about in 2016 at those Oscars. I think it's all a plan for her to get her revenge back, so she gonna sick her pit bull out. And I'm like, dude, Will, you too good for that, man. You women. Will, you're 53 years old. You look great. You're in great shape. You divorce this chick and get you a very beautiful 30-year-old agreeable feminine woman who knows her place when she win a multi-million-dollar man. You don't have to take this, bro. Because, see, we're looking at you like, man, it's okay. This divorce will be sanctioned by God. Go ahead, man, and go and be yourself. And go on and be happy, truly happy, and stop feigning happiness to put this presentation on. Because we can see it, bro. We saw you, and I'm reading the comments of different people. They say, well, damn, he will never smack no white comic. I know he wouldn't either. He would have smiled. And then people pointed out, and I went back and saw it. He laughed at the G.I. Jane joke. And then, but Jada sitting there with looking like a hard-faced schnauzer, hard-faced, look like a rejected Chucky doll. She rolled her eyes, because she ain't never liked Chris. And so Will sit back and saw Jada. He's oh, damn, I got to go defend her. He walked his big country self up there in the middle of the dang on broadcast and does that. But Chris Rock, being the consummate professional that he is, he has his flaws as well, but he performed very well that night. He kept it moving. He kept it going. Because y'all go back and look at that. Chris Rock said, he almost lost it. Because I watched it about 3 or 4 times. Because I have to look at stuff. And he said, damn, I just smacked the shit out by Will Smith. Then he's about to say, mother. Nah, he caught himself because Chris Rock was just about to go off. But he caught himself, and I saw that. I said, see, Will, you out of line. Now this brother got to hold it together for both of y'all. Hey, well, I'm just sharing my thoughts, y'all. How disappointed I was in that. I was deeply, deeply disturbed and disappointed. You know, and everyone is free to have their own opinions about it. That's why you got a Facebook page and I got mine, YouTube channel, all of that. But we're going to have to do better. And then if we connect with the brother, we can say, well, hold on, let me run across here, y'all. I don't trust these lights. And especially when you be on social media, on live, you know, you forget to look up at the daggum lights. But anyway, you know, we can send, you know, words of support to the brother and also express to him how disappointed you are if you're disappointed. But we want to also let Chris Rock know that if you didn't approve of it, let him know. No, I didn't approve of it. Just like he's a comedian. So see, that sent a lot of messages. See, speaking of comedians, I don't like a lot of jokes they do. You don't like a lot of jokes they do. So that's why you don't go to the Improv in Arlington or wherever a comedy house is. You don't go and sit in the front row, right? Because you know if you sit in the front row, them folks gonna be on your ass. And y'all seen where people who can't take a joke, they start yelling at the comic and all of that, but they eventually get out, they walk out because they couldn't take their roasting. That's why you sit in the back of the club. You don't sit up there in the front where they can see you. So what that did, and also let me continue with that. There have been comedians who have been assaulted on stage. This one brother who used to be on BT Comic View and all of that. He was did y'all see it like a year and a half ago? He was on stage and some big dude got mad at what he was saying. He ran up on the stage and tried to hit him with the microphone stand and all of that because he didn't like the jokes. That's not how you're supposed to do. Man. And so Will Smith, he don't know what doors he could have possibly opened by behaving like that. No, so it's okay to go up there and assault a comic. You paid to hear jokes, but he says a joke that he doesn't like. Well, regardless of who, your wife, your children, whatever, it's jokes. I mean, I'm not going to, wait a minute now. I know there's some things you don't joke about, so I'm not going to go there and act like that's all cool, because it's not. But in that situation, come on. And also it's at the Oscars. And so that could have opened the door for people to think it's all right, because I don't like that joke you said about big women. I don't like that joke you said about short men. So I'm finna run on the stage and straighten my business up. That ain't how that works, y'all. If you don't like jokes or you know a comedian goes there, don't pay your money, and then don't pay your money to sit up front. Don't do that. That's not how you do. It's just like going to somebody's YouTube channel they know talks about certain subject, but you have to log on, first search them out, log on, and then you get offended. Who does that? Who go and search for somewhere to be offended? You know, it's just out of line, and I'll keep saying it. It's my disappointment, I'm expressing it. And that's a bigger picture about us as black men. You know, how come we get to be the easy target for violence by everybody? Now, all them folks Will could have smacked leading up to the Oscars. He chose to smack the black dude. So just like he wanted to point out black Twitter instead of the white media, you want to go smack a black dude. That sends messages. And he understands images. That didn't make you look tough, Will. It didn't. And I'm a big defender of Will Smith, but no, bro, that was lame, that was uncool. And of course, the simp police is out there. You are officially all kinds of simps. You are being whispered and called a simp and a cuck. But right now, man, you have gotten the capital letter simp tag after that behavior. Chris Rock is more the hero out of that situation. You know, and Chris Rock, Chris Rock is from what part of Brooklyn or Harlem, New York. Those dudes hardly don't play. You don't get up there, yeah, you got plenty of money. And also, we talking about he up there defending his woman's honor. Chris Rock has daughters. What y'all didn't think about he had daughters? To seeing that daddy, seeing that father being attacked, and him like, I'm not gonna act out. Y'all don't think what the emotional impact that could have on his daughters? And maybe he probably has a girlfriend right now, Chris Rock. Y'all don't know, y'all don't care about the impact of his children? Y'all worry about some grown woman who never shuts up in the media? You worry about her feelings? We need to stop this what do they call it? Misplaced aggression and this projection. It's not about protecting. What Will Smith did had nothing to do with protecting black women. Had nothing to do with protecting his wife. It was about his own shattered, fragile ego. He was a volcano waiting to erupt. And sometimes all it takes is somebody throw a small pebble and boom, there goes the lava. He should have been straightening his business up a long time ago. If you want to be a tough guy, you're going to wait till you got on a tuxedo and a formal event where the tickets probably cost about $500-$600 and up front probably costs in the thousands. You want to go there to show out. Come on, man. It's not cool anywhere. That's not how it works. And then for everyone to jump on and say, he's protecting. It's almost as if to say that black men don't protect black women. Black men been protecting black women since Africans were brought over here illegally to be enslaved. You know how many dead bodies are in the soils? As Fatty Little Hamer say, our blood is drenched in that flag. Black men are dying right now so black women can live. Black boys are dying. In the 80s, so many black boys, 15, 16-year-olds went to jail trying to make money illegally for their mama who had too many children by herself as a single mama. So the black boy was given the assignment to be the man of the house at 14 years old. He going out there risking his life of getting stabbed, robbed, murdered, arrested, sent to jail for 25 years for 2 pieces of crack. And that, because that part bothers me. Black boys and black men have always protected black girls and black women. And even in putting in a position where they're not supposed to be protecting no grown ass women. They're children. And we still think that's all right. They've had to, a lot of black boys in positions that they are because of poor decision making of the black mama. You're going to have a baby in the ghetto and expect him to be all right with it. It is natural that a boy loves his mother. So y'all know all of this, but you still don't act like you know that it's natural for a son to love their mothers and want to see the best for their mothers, don't want to see their mothers cry and want to see them hurt. But still you act like you ain't got no goddamn children, your choice in relationships, your choice of reproductions. But then you want to get on the world stage and say, black men, he's protecting this one. Y'all don't disrespect us. We're tired of it. We're tired of the disrespect. Even as we speak, some black man is holding the door for an ungrateful woman and he ain't even smiling because they've been socially engineered and programmed to do that. Every year, the majority of Mother's Day cards and flowers are bought by sons of single mothers. But you want to get on it, get all over social media and talking about like protection of black women is not the norm. Y'all cut that out. So Will Smith, he didn't do nothing original. But Will Smith, he exploited everything that was considered a sore spot or something kind of sensitive to us. Everything for his own selfish reasons. Will Smith has a problem with Will Smith. And he projected it on Chris Rock. He projected it on the black community. And and people you're not aware enough to see the behaviors and the interactions of human beings. He's a human being. He has flaws just like all of us. He has good days, bad days. But by him being in that business and living in that culture of Hollywood, he made the choice that I'm going to project this as this higher elevated brother and bring you into the centerness of your own universe. You have to reach deep down inside and pull that which is unattainable. You are capable of going down there and grabbing the old you and bringing him out and making him new. Y'all hear Will be talking like he's just an almighty guru. What was that shit at that night last night, Will? Come on, bro. Cut it out. Yeah. Then, Will is a brother who never used a cuss word or N-word or anything in his music. His music kept people safe. Last night, he wanted to drop the F-bomb on national TV. Come on, Will. Brother, if you don't take your behind somewhere and go see whoever Dr. Freud is of 2022, I'll even talk to you, Will. I got like 24 years of having, I'll say, conversations with black men and women as a master's level social worker. I'll talk to you, bro. We can have it out. You tell me everything. I think I might have some solutions for you. You know, I'm not coming to you as perfect or the best counselor out here, but I think I'm pretty decent. People I talk to, they tend to give me their stamp of approval. Those who've solicited or enlisted my services over the years. I'll talk to you, Will. Probably need a regular brother you can talk to. And I'll tell you what you want to hear. But anyway, y'all, I'm not going to belabor this. I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. I'm open to hear your thoughts. I tell you what, I got a few people in here. If anybody like to talk to me right now, go and hit that red button, that little red button. I want to hear your thoughts. You don't have to agree with me. You know, maybe it's something you think I left out. There's a red button right there. If you want to talk to me right now, I'm chilling. I got a few minutes. I'm out here enjoying the sun, man. It's going to be 84 degrees today. Won't he do it? Come on, somebody. So go ahead and press that red button right there, green, whatever it is. Hey, Lee Kimmery, good. What's up? Kevin, what's up, man? So, yeah, hit that little button. I want to hear your thoughts. Cause I think I've woosawed all of my thoughts, unless something else may come. I want to see, hope I didn't leave anything out, but if not, you know, I'll probably do a part 2 if I need to share anything else. But go ahead, hit that little button if you want to talk to me, and I'll bring you in, and I want to hear your thoughts. I got a minute. But I hope everybody's day is going to go well. I'm telling you, there was a lot to take in, and people can have so many perspectives. Maybe I'll read some of y'all comments. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Lee Kimmery says, I read that Chris wasn't aware of Jada's medical condition, alopecia, and that supposedly was a sensitive spot for Will and Jada. Yeah, we kind of went over that. I don't think he knew, but he was reading from the teleprompter, and they had the jokes in there. He even went after the smack, Lee. He read the teleprompter. He had to compose himself, and he even made a joke afterwards. Said, "Hey, I got lip smacked the shit out of me by Will Smith," and it made a joke out of that. People dying, but you know, and I want to go back to that King Richard speech. But again, if you want to talk to me, hit that little green button. His speech, you know, that whole episode of him doing that kind of took some of the thunder from that speech, even took some of the thunder from his win. But I'm glad that he did win. He deserved it. But, and then, let me tell y'all something. I'm glad I didn't leave this part out. Maybe I said it already, but I want to make sure I say it again. Even in his speech, he said, I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. I want to apologize to to the Academy, and I hope y'all have me back. But the person he did not apologize to was Chris Rock, and I didn't think that was cool. Then you go turn around and beg the white folks to actually let you come back. So I let you know that was Jada running her mouth. You know, it's funny. They ain't got no black people there. So instead of doing a protest saying the Oscars don't have enough black folks or represented, why don't we ever just create our own stuff? That's worse than the damn NBA and NFL players. You 70%, 75% of the damn employees, and all y'all make over $100 million. How come y'all can't put together and do your own league? Because people come to see y'all play. Ain't no more hollering no Larry Birds around here no more. I don't understand why that's such a mental block for so many black folks. Like I said, if you don't like it, go build your own. How come that chip or that knowledge of building your own has totally escaped us? If we don't like the way the Oscars are going, how come we don't invest more in our own? There's a brother who, the first movie director, I think his name was Oscar Michaud or something like that, create our own. And award or reward ourselves. What is wrong with that? Everybody's got their own award shows. I know, but I mean, we got the BET Awards, we got the Soul Train Awards, we got all that. But no, for our pinnacle of acting excellence, we can create that and let them have it. If that's how you feel, it's the weirdest thing. Let me tell you how. No, when I hear people say, "Well, I'm going to boycott that," okay, well, go start your own. It's like, it reminds me of these black students that go to these white schools and they go to the white school and call the white kids racist. Why are you even there? You got 101 HBCUs that you can choose from, but you're going to go to the predominantly white school where they ain't bother nobody. But you want to go there and inject yourself into that space and tell them how they need to act because you there. My God, you can't make this up. And like Malcolm X never lived, like Elijah Muhammad never lived, like David Walker, Denmark Vesey, Fannie Lou Hamer, Ida B. Wells, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben Hannon, Dale Jones, Brother Neely Fuller, like these people never existed. Dr. Julia Hale, like they never existed. I'm telling you, man, we're strange. Going to these people. That's why I said, when I hear black kids complain about racism at a University of Missouri or University of Colorado or Virginia Tech, why the hell, if you're at Virginia Tech, why don't you have your ass at Norfolk State? I don't understand. You complain about the racism at the white school. And you got all these HBCUs, especially if you're majoring in political or any kind of liberal arts. You ain't have to go to the white school. Now we got a few engineering and medicals, You don't have to go. It's 2022, not 1822, 1922. Would someone please tell black kids that we don't live in the days of Jim Crow anymore? You can go. Yeah, I guess you go where you want to go, but you don't have to be in their environment. You don't have to prove to them that you're smart. But anyway, I digress. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Again, I got 2 more minutes. If anybody want to talk to me, hit that little red or green button at the right there on the bottom of your phone. Want to talk to me? Let's talk. If not, I'll call it a day. I might even jog this morning. Not so bad. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be cool. Thank y'all for those of you who tuned in. I appreciate you. Hit that Cash App, y'all. It takes a lot of effort to share these thoughts, a lot of energy. And I need to, shut down for these dogs start barking. Y'all be cool and enjoy the rest of your day. All right? Peace.